Wait, what? The S26 Ultra is already being sold, even though Samsung's official event is still days away. I know it sounds crazy, but people are literally buying this phone right now, making unboxing videos, and showing off features we haven't even officially seen yet. This is one of those moments where the internet moves faster than the companies themselves. So grab your coffee because we are about to dive into everything we know about the S26 Ultra, thanks to some early buyers who somehow got their hands on it before the rest of us. Trust me, what you are about to see will either get you super excited or leave you scratching your head about Samsung's choices this year. Let me start with the biggest story here. A YouTuber from Dubai by name Sahil somehow managed to buy the Galaxy S26 Ultra early. And when I say early, I mean he's literally showing off the phone while Samsung is probably still rehearsing their presentation slides. The first thing that caught everyone's attention was the privacy display feature. Now, we have heard rumors about this for months, but seeing it in action is completely different. Once you turn it on through the display settings, the screen basically becomes invisible when someone tries to look at it from the side. Think of it like those privacy screens you put on laptops, but built right into the phone. The funny thing is, earlier reports suggested you could hide specific parts of the screen, like just your notifications. But in Sahil's video, we did not see that working yet. Maybe it's a software thing that will be enabled later, or maybe those reports were wrong. I will keep an eye on this and update you if more details come out. Now here is something that made me laugh. Remember the S Pen redesign? Samsung changed it slightly to match the phone's new curvature, which sounds smart, right? Well, most of us assumed this meant it would only fit one way into the phone. Turns out we were wrong. Sahil actually inserted the S Pen backwards in his video. It sticks out and looks absolutely ridiculous, but here's the crazy part. It technically still works. So Samsung redesigned the pen but didn't make it foolproof. I am not sure if that is impressive engineering or just asking for trouble. Speaking of the S Pen, I know many of you have been asking about Bluetooth functionality. And well, I have some bad news. The video pretty much confirms that Bluetooth is still not coming back to the S Pen. You can clearly see it is not working in the demonstration. Honestly, this is not surprising at all. Samsung has been removing Bluetooth from the S Pen across their entire lineup, including their latest tablets. It seems like they have decided this feature is not worth the cost or complexity anymore. So if you were hoping for a return of those remote control features, you are going to be disappointed. The comparison shots in the video are really interesting though. Sahil put the S26 Ultra next to several other phones, including the iPhone 17 Pro Max and the S25 Ultra. From the front, the bezels look almost identical to last year's S25 Ultra. That is actually good news because those bezels were already pretty thin. But here is where things get interesting: the camera setup. The 5x telephoto camera looks noticeably different this time around. It is more rounded compared to the previous version. This is not just a design change for the sake of looking different. Samsung actually made the aperture larger, which should mean better image quality, especially in low light situations. We are not just talking about one color either. There is also an unboxing video of the cobalt violet variant floating around. And let me tell you, this color had me questioning my eyesight. First, let's talk about the packaging. I'm going to be completely honest here. It looks like Samsung put zero effort into the box design. It is basically the same design they used for the Fold 7, just with the S26 Ultra silhouette slapped on top. Even the S25 Ultra had the same boring box design. For a phone that costs over $1,000, you did think they could come up with something more exciting. As for the cobalt violet color itself, I initially thought I was looking at a gray phone. Then I remembered two things. First, there is no gray color option this year. Second, people who have already seen this phone in person mentioned that the violet looks very different from the marketing renders. So that explains the confusion. This cobalt violet seems to behave a lot like the purple iPhone 14 Pro Max did. In some lighting conditions, it looks gray. In others, it looks purple, and sometimes it is somewhere in between. It is one of those colors that changes based on how the light hits it. Samsung has also released some official marketing materials for the S26 Ultra. Let's start with battery life claims. Samsung is advertising up to 31 hours of video playback. That is exactly the same number they claimed for the S25 Ultra. Now, the battery is still 5,000 mAh, the same as last year. but I was expecting at least some improvement considering they're using newer, more efficient display technology, storage, and processors. It looks like all those efficiency improvements just balance out the added performance demands. So you get better performance but similar battery life. Charging is a different story though. Samsung now claims you can go from 0 to 75% in 30 minutes with their new 60-watt charger. The S25 Ultra was advertised at around 65% in the same time frame. That is actually a pretty noticeable improvement. In my own testing with the S25 Ultra, I typically got to about 72% in 30 minutes. So realistically, I would not be surprised if the S26 Ultra can cross 80% in that same time period. The marketing materials also highlight the privacy display again. But we already saw how that works in the real-world footage. There is also an image showing the S26 Ultra paired with the new Buds 4 Pro. I shared some real-life images of those earbuds earlier, and they actually look pretty good in the official shots too. Photo Assist is making a comeback, but with a major upgrade. Instead of just drawing on images to make edits, you can now type instructions. This is a huge improvement and makes the feature way more practical for everyday use. Think about it. Instead of trying to draw what you want to change, you can just type "remove the person in the background" or "make the sky more blue." The camera section in the marketing materials is interesting. Visually, the camera setup looks identical to the S25 Ultra. But there's that aperture upgrade we mentioned earlier, which Samsung oddly did not highlight in their marketing. That is a strange choice because camera improvements usually get top billing. Performance is another major talking point. Samsung is claiming some pretty impressive numbers here. 19% boost in CPU performance, 24% improvement in GPU, and a massive 39% jump in NPU performance. Qualcomm is even saying this is the fastest mobile chip available right now. They are claiming it is faster than Apple's A19 Pro, which is a bold statement. Of course, we will have to test that properly to see if the claims hold up in real-world usage. For those of you in the US who are planning to buy the S26 Ultra, Samsung is offering some early reservation benefits. You get a $30 credit plus a chance to win $5,000 if you reserve early. The reservation is completely free, so if you're already planning to buy the phone, there's really no downside to signing up. I will put the link in the description below. Now here's something important to understand. On the surface, the cameras look exactly the same as last year. Same layout, same general appearance. But under the hood, there are apparently 8 meaningful changes that Samsung will probably reveal at their official event. This is typical Samsung behavior. They like to save the technical details for the actual presentation. The Galaxy S26 Ultra, revealed not by Samsung's fancy presentation, but by someone who managed to buy it early in Dubai. The privacy display looks promising, the S Pen situation is a bit funny, and the camera improvements seem subtle but meaningful. The color options are interesting, even if the packaging design is boring. What do you think about these early reveals? Are you excited about the privacy display or disappointed about the S Pen's missing Bluetooth? Let me know in the comments below. So that is all we know for now. We'll be sure to keep you updated as soon as we have more information. Thanks for watching.